Hey everyone, here's how you play it. John Lee Hooker's Boom Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Shoot you right down. Sweep you off of your feet. Take you home with me. Get you into my house. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, nice. So, that's John Lee Hooker's Boom, 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 Boom. So, tab's going to be available in the video, but if you want to support me or you want to get the PDFs for this, check me out on Patreon. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the form of this tune, and then we'll talk a little bit about the techniques that we're using on the guitar and whatnot. So the main thing with the form of this tune is its call and response. And there's very different versions of this tune. Really, it's just this boom, 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 boom. You know, call, response, call, response. The intro is essentially that, right? You have this call, and then this response. Right? And what we're doing, if you listen to most versions of this anyways, you have an electric guitar playing this, John Lee Hooker, and then you have the band, whatever band it is, playing this. And that's really the whole tune. It's about that. There are some versions that just kind of sit on E over and over again. Boom, 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 boom. Shoot your head down. Something about something else. Something, something. And this power chord part I'm doing, that's kind of the full band, or it's trying to emulate the full band. And then this is what John Lee Hooker's playing. Like often they play it together. So boom, 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 boom. That's what he'll play. Shoot your head down. Okay, so understand that call and response thing. The version that I'm showing you is just a 12-bar blues. So if you understand a 12-bar blues, we play through this. Like I said, different versions kind of will truncate it, so sometimes you'll hear the last 8 bars of a 12-bar blues or something like that. But if you're going to be playing with other people, this is probably the most common thing you're going to do, is just go through a 12-bar blues. And when there's, if you do a guitar solo in the middle of it, which often happens in this tune, you just stick to the chords of a 12-bar blues. So if you don't know a 12-bar blues, it's an E chord for 4 bars, it's an A chord for 2 bars, then an E chord, then we have a B chord, and then the E chord, right? Anywho, now talking about this tune, again, call and response, we're dealing with some power chords here, and we're dealing with pentatonic scales. So you want to be pretty comfortable with your pentatonic scale, E minor pentatonic scale, going up and down, and also this little section that people always mess around with, where you're sliding to this B rather than hitting open. Alright, so let's get into the tab here. So, starting with this first main line, which is kind of the biggest part of the tune. Right? You'll notice if you watch my picking, I'm actually getting that high D note with my middle finger. I'm doing hybrid picking or chicken picking. It's kind of nice to just give it a little bit of an extra pluck and some vibrato. But you could also just do that with your pick. That's our first phrase. Okay, let's go on. Here's the rhythm section. We're just playing E, G, A, E, G, A, G, E. That's the thing, but we're going to thicken it up with some power chords. Now notice I'm also not just doing what's on the tab, I'm kind of hitting extra strings. I'm kind of muting out. I could hit all as many notes as I want, right? And then when I go to the G, I'm kind of getting, sometimes I'll get that B in there, and extra muted strings, and often just even hitting strings between. Right? It can be really sloppy. It's just more about the rhythm than anything else. Right? You can do it on one string, but you want that kind of thick rhythm, so the power chord helps. Okay, continuing on to the next little phrase. That's our call, our response. Then you have the E again. Next little response. Bend up here. Now we're going to an A note because now we're in a 12-bar blues. We're going to go to the 4 chord, the A chord here. So instead of doing the ba-da-da-da-da on E, we just do the exact same thing on A. But just same thing, just down a string. Now we have the response, again, a little bit different. Now you can improvise these, right? These are just kind of suggestions. There are definitely ones I've transcribed from John Lee Hooker, but you can kind of come up with your own thing as long as it has that same groove to it. Okay, so that one has that nice little slide from 3 to 2, which is the blues note, right? The passing tone between B and A. Okay, so back to E. So this one is exactly the same as the first lick, except instead of dropping down to an E, we're going to slide up to a B, because this is the 5 chord, the B chord here. Now here we're going to get just an E power chord, D power chord, and then this part I just kind of do with, I'm picking an E note and pulling off, so back to that power chord. And the last lick just goes up the pentatonic scale from this. There you go. Now, the verse section, what I tend to do is just the power chord response. Boom, 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 boom. So twice on the E, knock you right down. Take you to my house, I think, A. Or sweep you off your feet, take you to my house. Something else, then the B. Boom, 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 boom. So, that's it there. Last thing I'm going to do here is just play through it slowly with the tablature underneath so you can watch it. Again, if you want a PDF of this or you just would like to support me, it would be appreciated to check out my Patreon. Okay, but here it is in a nice slow tempo. Nice slow tempo with the guitar. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1. Nice. One thing you might notice is I'm allowing myself to be quite sloppy here, and I did this twice before. I don't think I was doing this before, but I was just hitting the B note once there rather than the B power chord. I think that's just pure laziness on my part, but I think that's okay. Okay, hope you like this. Enjoy. Till next time. Bye.